Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Chapter 31. Is there something wrong with my cooperation? Seeing Xiao Chen's big reaction, Xiao Meier asked in surprise. Even though she took such initiative, Xiao Chen still looked broken. Does it mean that you have to be naked? Quote. Hearing Xiao Meier's words, Xiao Chen's mouth twitched and he spoke helplessly. I didn't ask you to cooperate like this. Something might happen if you act like this. After saying that, Xiao Chen could only change his gaze and try to calm down the unknown fire in his body. Such a tempting scene. Really, if you look at it one more time, it will explode. If you look at it again, it will melt. If Xiao Meier provoked him like this again, he couldn't guarantee that she wouldn't go out of her way. My father said that when you clean someone's marrow and cut their pulse, you must press on their chest. Although there are differences between men and women, you have already seen me naked, and I am destined to be your concubine from now on. So it doesn't matter if I ask you to press my chest again. I'm mentally prepared now. Seeing the painful look on Xiao Chen's face, Xiao Meier looked a little ashamed, but still very considerate. Anyway, I've already risked my life, so there's no harm in being more proactive. After all, what her father said was right. Xiao Chen is a monster, and he will definitely take off for 9 days in the future. If she doesn't seize the great opportunity to get close to him while he's still young, she might not even be qualified to let him take another look in the future. Puff. Hearing Xiao Meier's ridiculous remarks, Xiao Chen couldn't hold himself any longer at this moment. The evil fire in his body also boiled to the extreme, making him feel like his body was going to explode. A supreme-grade beauty has taken the initiative to do this. If he doesn't come up, it will seem a bit hypocritical, and it will also delay others and make himself even more frustrated. In my previous life, I was submissive and could only humbly envy others. I will transmigrate here in this life. If I still live a miserable life, then what will I do if I transmigrate here? I swear to death, I won't do anything like Lu Shahui. As the thoughts in his mind fell, Xiao Chen suddenly raised his head, revealing a wolf-like gaze. Sister Meier, to truly cleanse your marrow and cut your veins, you have to do this. After saying that, Xiao Chen roared and rushed forward. Xiao Meier was so frightened that she exclaimed, An hour later. I didn't expect that just 2 days after Transmigrate came here, there would be stunning beauties rushing to transfer. Looking at Xiao Meier, whose delicate body was dripping with sweat and fainted from exhaustion, Xiao Chen said with a sigh on his face. Originally, I wanted to restrain myself and not want to touch Xiao Meier. However, I couldn't hold it back in the end. If Kyan found out about this, I wonder if she would alienate him. Damn, I'm really a scumbag eating from the bowl and looking at the pot. Shaking his head to suppress the distracting thoughts in his heart, Xiao Chen immediately despised himself. However, he was not a dedicated person to begin with. From the first day he came to Transmigrate, he had already set a goal for himself. In this life, he not only wants to become the strongest man in the Kanglan world, but he also cannot miss the woman he likes. Instead of being a hypocrite who is dedicated on the outside but dirty inside, it is better to be a free playboy from the bottom of his heart. So at this moment, Xiao Chen directly chose to release his nature. As for Kyan, this great beauty, we can only slowly match her up in the future. When his thoughts were open-minded, Xiao Chen looked at Xiao Meier and then used his identification function. My cultivation is only at the 5th level of Kaiyuan, and my talent is only at the low profound rank level. After checking Xiao Meier's attribute information, Xiao Chen immediately issued instructions to the system. The system will upgrade Xiao Meier's talent to Earth rank supreme grade. Xiao Chen originally wanted to upgrade her to heavenly rank. After all, this was also the first woman he possessed. However, thinking that I only have about 20,000 points left, and I have to help Xiaolinger upgrade the martial Dao talent later, I can only wait for the opportunity to upgrade in the future. Ding. The system has deducted 8,600 points and is upgrading the talent of the character Xiao Meier. As the system prompt tone fell, a dazzling white light also flashed and erupted. Xiao Meier was still asleep in almost a moment. Her talent soared from profound rank to Earth rank supreme grade. Even the essence remaining in her body was refined, and her cultivation level easily broke through to the 7th level of Kaiyuan. Done. Now it's time to go to Xiaolinger's wing. I hope nothing will happen again. Looking at Xiao Meier, who was sleeping soundly, Xiao Chen didn't wake her up. After murmuring, he covered the other person with quilt, got up and walked out of the room. After sleeping with Xiao Meier, wouldn't it be necessary to call him father-in-law when facing Xiao Mingyi from now on? Thinking about this thing gives me a headache, and I don't know how to solve it. There was also an hour's delay. I don't know what's going on with Xiao Linger. She must have fallen asleep after waiting for so long, right? It took me an hour to come out. It seems like it's done. When Xiao Chen walked out of Xiao Meier's courtyard, several figures emerged from the bushes outside the courtyard. Xiao Mingyi looked at Xiao Chen leaving and murmured with some joy. Although he didn't know the specific situation in the courtyard, the man and the woman stayed in the room for an hour. If nothing happened, no dog would believe it. Now that the two of them are in love, as long as Xiao Meier is not stupid enough to betray each other, she will definitely be able to fly to the branches and become a phoenix in the future. The rest of his life was finally settled, and all his hard work was finally not in vain. Look at what you are doing to this old guy. If Xiao Chen sees you in the future, he will have to call me father-in-law. Xiao Qishong on the side said a little sourly. Now Xiao Chen has just met Xiao Meier, a beautiful woman, and may be a little disappointed when he sees Xiao Linger. If Xiao Linger fails to seize the opportunity, it will be a real loss to his lineage. Ha ha ha, that little girl of yours is no worse than my Meier. Besides, you just ran to give me advice. I'm sure we'll get married in pairs next. Hearing Xiao Qishong's sour words, Xiao Mingyi couldn't help laughing wildly, his face smiling like a chrysanthemum in bloom. This made Xiao Qishong's teeth itch, and he could only pray secretly in his heart that his daughter would be better. Damn, two disrespectful guys, cheating on their own daughter like this. Xiao Delong, who was following from the side, saw Xiao Mingyi's proud face and Xiao Qishong's expectation. He was so jealous that his back molars almost broke. Damn it. Among the three elders of the Xiao family, he is the only one who does not have a daughter. I used to think it was nothing, but when I saw that Xiao Mingyi had become Xiao Chen's father-in-law, he even wished he could turn his son into a girl and send it to that boy Xiao Chen, so that he might be able to call him father-in-law. It's really fate that makes people suffer, and it's so painful to lose a great son-in-law. Xiao Chen did not notice Xiao Mingyi and others staying there at this time. When his head felt a little mushy, he also came outside Xiao Linger's room. Looking at the dim light inside, he raised his hand and knocked on the door. Chapter 32. Is he brother Xiao Chen? The door is unlocked. You can just come in. Xiao Chen had just knocked on the door when a crisp voice came from inside the room, making Xiao Chen stunned for a moment. I didn't expect that Xiao Linger would be waiting in the room after such a long time. Then I'm coming in. After pondering for a while, Xiao Chen opened the door and walked in without thinking much. Inside the wing, there is also a faint fragrance that hits the nose, making people feel that their blood is a little bit impatient. In the dim light, at a glance, Xiao Chen saw Xiao Linger sitting in front of the bed, looking as shy as a bride waiting for her husband to enter the room. This shy appearance, coupled with the beautiful face, made Xiao Chen slightly startled. She is indeed another beauty of the Xiao family. This appearance and figure are not inferior to Xiao Meier in any way, and even the giant thing that is about to come out is slightly better. Image of Xiao Linger. Sister Linger knows I'm coming. Feeling that the atmosphere was a bit awkward, Xiao Chen coughed dryly and spoke. Well, my father told me in the evening. Brother Xiao Chen wanted to come over to help me clean my marrow and cut my pulse, so I waited for Brother Xiao Chen in the wing. I didn't expect that the wait would last an hour. Xiao Linger nodded when she heard this and replied with a bit of sourness. There are two beauties in the Xiao family. One is Xiao Meier, and the other is her. Unexpectedly, before coming to her wing, Xiao Chen had already gone to Xiao Meier's place and stayed there for an hour. This made Xiao Linger, who had always liked to compare with Xiao Meier, suddenly feel like she was being overpowered by Xiao Meier. Ahem, something happened and there was a delay. After hearing Xiao Linger's somewhat resentful words, Xiao Chen coughed twice and changed the subject. Since Sister Linger knows the purpose of my coming, let's start now without further ado. As long as Xiao Linger is dealt with, he can go back to sleep. He has not forgotten that he has to rush to Tiandu City tomorrow to completely wipe out the Lin family. Are you in such a hurry? Xiao Linger was startled when she heard this, and then thought of Xiao Qishang's explanation. Her pretty face turned red at this moment. After saying that, under Xiao Chen's slightly puzzled eyes, Xiao Linger suddenly took off her clothes. This scene made Xiao Chen's pupils shrink violently, and there was a roar in his mind. What the hell? What are you doing? When his head was in a mess, Xiao Chen covered his head with a collapsed expression. An hour ago, Xiao Meyer wanted to take the initiative to come up, but she was still wrapped in a sheet, but Xiao Linger took off her clothes as soon as she came up. Doesn't this allow people to live? Aren't you going to wash your marrow and cut your veins? Seeing Xiao Chen's collapsed look, Xiao Linger raised her head with shame and suddenly asked with some confusion. Yes, I want to help you wash your marrow and cut your veins, but I didn't tell you to take off your clothes. Looking at Xiao Linger's innocent face, the scene was confusing. After Xiao Chen took a deep breath to calm down, he replied helplessly. If you don't take off your clothes, how can you wash your marrow and cut your veins? After hearing Xiao Chen's words, Xiao Linger pulled up her clothes and covered her chest, and asked with a face of shame and confusion. She remembered her father and told her several times. Xiao Chen's marrow cleansing and pulse cutting method is special in 100 million ways, and he has to do male-female things with the other person. And he had discussed with Xiao Zhan that he would betroth her to Xiao Chen in the future. Although she is not the official wife, it is enough to clear her name. And Xiao Qishang also gave special instructions. Tell her not to be too shy, and to take the initiative when the other person comes in. Anyway, she will have to experience it in the future. If she is defeated by Xiao Meyer, then she will really fail in the future. After being brainwashed by such remarks and dissatisfied with Xiao Meyer, Xiao Linger gave up. But now, Xiao Chen's reaction seems a bit wrong. Who said that cleansing marrow and cutting pulses is like this? Isn't this Chun just being a hooligan? Xiao Chen couldn't help but twitch the corner of his mouth when he heard this. Xiao Linger must have been deceived by Xiao Qishang. These two elders of the Xiao family. Do you all like to trick your daughter like this? After being planted with a contract by the system, the two elders' fanaticism towards him has reached the point of fanaticism. Even his daughter wished that he would be lucky enough to make these people feel prosperous. But, if you don't take off these clothes, how can you do things between men and women? After hearing Xiao Chen's words, Xiao Linger was so shy that she almost exploded. She raised her head and asked with an innocent face. Okay, do things between men and women? Hearing Xiao Linger's innocent question, Xiao Chen's blood pressure couldn't help but rise. When did he need to perform male-female acts in order to cleanse his marrow and cut his veins? What did Xiao Qishang, the second elder, explain? Sister Linger, you let your father trick you. Actually, as long as I can get in touch with you, I can help you cleanse your marrow and cut your veins. There is no need to do anything male-female. After suppressing the restlessness in his heart, Xiao Chen could only explain the truth. Wah, what? Xiao Linger was stunned on the spot when she heard this, and she became a little at a loss. Then I just, showed you my body, and now you are telling me this. After saying that, mist began to fill Xiao Linger's eyes, and she raised her head and stared at Xiao Chen with a delicate and innocent expression. That helpless expression, coupled with that beautiful face, and the disheveled upper body. It's enough to make any man feel pity after looking at it. Quote. Hearing Xiao Linger's words, Xiao Chen didn't know how to answer for a moment. Sister Linger, how do you want to solve it? After a moment of silence, Xiao Chen asked tentatively. Now that I've shown you Sister Linger's body, from now on I can only pledge myself to you. I hope that brother Xiao Chen will not let his sister down. Xiao Linger raised her head with a tearful smile after hearing this. After saying these words with a shy look, she let go of her hands and rushed towards Xiao Chen. Brother Xiao Chen, it's time for us to get down to business. After saying that, before Xiao Chen could say anything, Xiao Linger blocked Xiao Chen's mouth. Under this offensive, Xiao Chen's pupils couldn't help but dilate. Sure enough, I still have to score twice. An hour later, one after another for free, today is a lucky break. Looking at Xiao Linger who fell asleep, Xiao Chen was also surprised. Although a bit passive tonight. But no matter what, these two people will be his weak point from now on, and he will not recognize others after lifting his pants. When thoughts fall. Xiao Chen's mouth curved slightly. Kaiyuan 6th level. Profound rank middle grade qualification. Cultivation level is a bit better than Xiao Meyer. After using the appraisal function to check Xiao Linger's attributes, Xiao Chen immediately gave the system an instruction to upgrade his talent. Ding. The system has deducted 7,800 points and is upgrading the talent of the character Xiao Linger. As the system prompt tone fell, the dazzling white light also lit up. In just the blink of an eye, Xiao Linger's talent was upgraded from profound rank middle grade to earth rank supreme grade, and her cultivation level broke through 2 minor realms in a row and reached the 8th level of Kaiyuan. It's done. Let's go back and have a rest. We'll set off early tomorrow morning. After covering Xiao Linger with the quilt, Xiao Chen left the wing and walked towards his courtyard. Today's ridiculous things kept echoing in my mind, and the idea of becoming stronger quickly emerged in my heart. In this world, the strong can do whatever they want, but the weak are destined to lose everything. If you cannot become a truly strong person, the good things around you will be short-lived. Only by becoming stronger quickly can he hold on to everything. Chapter 33. Ha ha ha, it's done. Another hour. Boy Chen is really awesome. Xiao Qishong, who was watching outside the courtyard, couldn't help laughing wildly when he looked at Xiao Chen's leaving figure. As expected of his good daughter who was always peeing and pooping, she finally did not disappoint his old father tonight. I didn't expect that an old boy like you would succeed. But after all, I am still one step behind my daughter. From now on, Mr. Chen must call me father-in-law first. You, this old man, must be behind me. Seeing Xiao Qishong's embarrassed look, Xiao Mingyi on the side said that he was trying to steal the spotlight. You fart, it's up to Chen to decide who he wants to call first. It's not like your daughter takes down Boy Chen first, he has to call you this old guy first. After hearing Xiao Mingyi's words, Xiao Qishong immediately retorted. Hey, Mr. Xiao, are you itchy? I'll loosen the soil for you. Seeing Xiao Qishong's arrogant look, Xiao Mingyi immediately sneered and geared up, and then rushed towards the opponent with a strange smile. A childlike fight ensued between the two men. When Xiao Dalong on the side saw this scene, his face couldn't help but twitch. The daughters of these two damn old guys fell in love with Xiao Chen, and they all started squealing. Xiao Chen didn't have the heart to pay too much attention to these three disrespectful guys. However, when returning to his courtyard, Xiao Chen suddenly found a figure standing quietly in the center of the courtyard. This person is Kai Yan. Miss Kaiyan hasn't rested yet. Seeing Queen Medusa looking up at the bright moon, Xiao Chen approached and asked in surprise. The moonlight is very beautiful tonight, so I couldn't help but take a few glances. It's just that the Xiao family just seemed a little uneasy. After hearing Xiao Chen's words, Kaiyan said inexplicably, and her voice seemed to be full of jealousy. This made Xiao Chen stiffen slightly, and his expression became a little guilty. Not calm. Is this a hint? There's too much movement tonight. Hiss, could it be that Queen Medusa has been spying on him with her spiritual sense tonight? Thinking of this problem, Xiao Chen panicked a little. It felt like he was caught and raped in bed, but the next moment he couldn't help but froze. It's not right. There was no special relationship between him and Kaiyan, so why did he make himself feel so guilty? Isn't this purely a disease? Men must be calm and take the initiative. It is said that Queen Medusa has a cold nature. I never thought that Miss Kaiyan would fall in love with her. When the thoughts fall in my mind, Xiao Chen just smiled lightly and resolved the invisible embarrassment. But although the moonlight is beautiful, don't delay resting. After saying that, Xiao Chen didn't stop for long and walked straight into the side room. Although he intends to win over Kaiyan, there is no need to pursue her too much. To explain everything too humbly will make you more passive. Just let everything take its course. Master, do you think I'm too cold? Seeing Xiao Chen walking back to her room, Kaiyan's eyes couldn't help but dim. As a snake human, she has a cold nature. And Xiao Chen is the one person in her life who can make her mood fluctuate, and even make her want to protect her for the rest of her life. So after she realized that Xiao Chen was having an affair with two women, she felt a little uncomfortable. Then I stood in the courtyard looking at the moon and meditating. But after some calm thinking, she realized that she was not qualified to interfere with Xiao Chen. After all, not only was her life saved by the other party, she also received a great favor from the other party and was able to repair and upgrade her inner armor. Which human woman the other party likes is their freedom and pursuit. It was impossible for her to interfere in any of Xiao Chen's private life like a queen. Could it be that I have to be like those two people, be more proactive and gentle, so that the young master will like me? When thoughts become confused, this thought came to Kayan's mind, which made her pretty face blush slightly. Queen Medusa, who is a snake tribe, wants to make her take the initiative towards a man. This difficulty for her is no less than breaking through the saint realm. No, the young master is not an ordinary man. If it were me, I would never take the initiative. Maybe he won't be able to occupy a place in his heart in this life. I can't miss the right son, the sun, because of my coldness and arrogance. I must learn to take the initiative to cater to him. During this self-strategy, Kayan also raised her head suddenly, with a look of determination on her face. As the reincarnation of the Supreme Great Emperor, the young master has never seen any woman in his previous life. Even if I think about it, I don't like women who are jealous of each other. I will be accompanied by more excellent women in the future. So I want to occupy a place in Xiao Chen's heart. You can only make yourself better, and you can share more things with each other, and you can't be jealous over trivial matters. Otherwise, she and Xiao Chen will go further and further apart. After thinking about this, Kayan felt enlightened and her eyes became brighter. Although this decision is a bit ridiculous, it was enough to make the old snake tribe member feel extremely ashamed and humiliated, but she believed that she would not regret this decision in the future. Starting from tomorrow, I will take the initiative. After suppressing the thoughts in my heart, Kayan resisted the idea of going in to seduce Xiao Chen, and then returned to her private room with a thoughtful look on her face. She had to think carefully about how to take the initiative without being rude and at the same time draw closer to Xiao Chen. It's really nerve-wracking. At the same time, the Lin family in Tiandu City. Although it was almost late at night. But Lin Yao's study was still brightly lit, and he looked very restless and impatient. During the 2 days when Lin Xiaoshan and Lin Zhaofeng led many elders to Luyun City to destroy the Xiao family, he was always in a state of unease for some reason. It seems that something will happen during this trip. Therefore, when Lin Yao didn't know whether the trip was going well or not, Lin Yao couldn't calm down at all. Master, Lu, there is news from Luyun City. Just when Lin Yao felt more and more uneasy, a man rushed in a panic and threw himself on the ground like a dog eating shit. The Supreme Elder and the others. Daughter all dead. Boom. As the man finished speaking, thunder exploded in Lin Yao's mind, and his aura became chaotic. What did you say? Lin Yao rushed directly to the man and lifted him up, his eyes instantly filled with bloodshot eyes. Those are 2 Grotto Heaven Realm powerhouses, and a dozen or so Xuandan Realm powerhouses, enough to sweep across the entire Luyun City. How could they all be dead? At the end of the sentence, Lin Yao yelled out on the spot, spitting directly into the man's face. You can't blame him for being so out of sorts. After all, they are more than 90% of the top experts in the Lin family. Once they die, it will be a devastating blow to the Lin family. Master, this is absolutely true. Being picked up by Lin Yao on the spot, the man's legs were so frightened that he continued with a trembling voice. It is said that 2 supreme elders led their men into the Xiao family, and suddenly there was a bloody light rising into the sky from within the Xiao family. It seemed to be a terrifying heavenly rank killing array. After that, the Supreme Elder and others were no longer seen. Heavenly rank formation. After hearing the man's report, Lin Yao felt as if his body had been drained, his hands weakly let go of the man, and he collapsed to the ground on the spot. The Lin family is finished. The 3 great Grotto Heaven Realm elders and a dozen or so elders of the Revolving Core Realm all died in just a few days. He is the only head of the entire Lin family, and there are a bunch of deacons who can't support the situation. How can they defend the Lin family in Tiandu City? No, the Lin family is not over yet. Lin Feng is still here. He may be able to save the Lin family. Thinking of his son Lin Feng, an inner disciple of Tai Sword sect. Lin Yao stood up tremblingly and immediately sent a message to Lin Feng. If he could please the elders of Tai Sword sect, he could use the fact that the Xiao family has the heavenly rank formation as bait. Maybe we can use the power of Tai sword sect to destroy the Xiao family, and the Lin family can find a chance to survive in the cracks. Chapter 34. Finally I can rest. Back in the private room, Xiao Chen walked straight to the big bed, stretched out and lay down on it. But at this same moment, an exclamation came from the bed. This made Xiao Chen's expression freeze on the spot. Is there someone under the covers? Feeling something strange underneath him, Xiao Chen thought there was an assassin and grabbed him underneath him with his backhand. Then, when another exclamation sounded, Xiao Chen caught a ball. It is warm, soft and elastic in the hand. The size is just right to cover his entire palm, and it also has a grainy feel in the center. Damn, this feels a bit familiar, could it be? Feeling fked up in his heart, Xiao Chen stood up and lifted off the quilt. One was wearing thin pajamas and had an exaggerated figure. The cute girl, who looked nervous and ashamed, also appeared in front of Xiao Chen. Yunxi, why are you hiding under my blanket? Xiao Chen looked at the cute girl in front of him with a collapsed expression, and almost covered his head and shouted his brother's slogan. This peach blossom tribulation is never over, right? I just took care of Xiaomeier and Xiaolinger, and suppressed Kaiyan with her aura, but I didn't expect that Yunxi would come here again. I want to help the young master warm the bed. Seeing Xiao Chen's unhappy look, Yunxi couldn't help but shrink his head, clasped his hands and replied nervously. Here is another picture of Yun Zai's black version, also made by the author. The original picture is in the comment area, I don't know if it can be displayed. Hearing Yun Zai's cute answer, Xiao Chen was stunned. It has just entered autumn, and the weather has not yet felt cool. Even if you take off your clothes, you will not be frozen to death. Besides, he has the cultivation level of the 7th level of spiritual aperture. Does he need a maid to come over and warm the bed? Give you another chance to reorganize your language. What do you want to do when you come to my room at night? After gently knocking the other party on the head, Xiao Chen asked, pretending to be a little angry. Well, don't be angry, young master. I actually wanted to come over to sleep with you. Yunxi sighed softly and covered her head, then lowered her head and said with a flushed face. She also knew a little bit about what happened tonight. Unexpectedly, Xiao Chen, who had a normal relationship with Xiaomeier and Xiaolinger before, would show off his power tonight and directly teach the two women to scream. The strange sound made her blush, and she couldn't help but sympathize with Xiaomeier and Xiaolinger. At the same time, I was thinking. This must be caused by Xiao Chen being young and full of energy and having too much anger to vent. As a personal maid, she did not help Xiao Chen to properly guide her, but instead caused Xiaomeier and Xiaolinger to suffer. This was her dereliction of duty as a personal maid. So feeling tormented and entangled in her heart, Yunxi boldly ran to Xiao Chen's room, intending to use her gentleness to calm Xiao Chen's anger. What are you thinking about, girl? Before Yunxi finished speaking, Xiao Chen knocked the other person angrily again. Go back to your room and go to sleep. We'll talk about waiting for you later. In fact, Yunxi is already considered an adult woman in this world. But in Xiao Chen's eyes, it's still a bit small. The most important point is, the bloodline seal on Yun Zai's body will not only protect the opponent's safety, but also seal the opponent's primordial yin. Once a man wants to do something like that to Yunxi, the blood seal will be triggered on the spot. That kind of terrifying attack power can obliterate the celestial human realm. Even if he is protected by the mark of a famous sword, he can still hold on for 3 seconds even if he fights to death, so this girl still needs to be raised first. When he becomes stronger in the future, what is his will eventually be his. Master, do you dislike me? After being rejected by Xiao Chen on the spot, Yunxi smacked her lips and tears immediately filled her eyes. Like an abandoned child, that look can really break your heart. I see you are thinking wildly again. Seeing Yun Zai's appearance, Xiao Chen covered his head. This personality is probably caused by the lack of love when I was a child. I feel like I am about to be abandoned by others, just a word. Okay, stop looking so heartbroken. Master, let me hold you to sleep tonight. After looking at this exquisite face, Xiao Chen didn't have the heart to drive it out, and then added a little dotingly. But the young master is a little tired tonight, so he just holds you to sleep. Don't be careless. He couldn't really touch Yunxi, so Xiao Chen had to say this. But his popularity with women is too strong. All the beauties of supreme grade were leaning against her with all their strength. It seems that from now on, he must have an ancient kidney body, otherwise he will be sucked dry by these people without even having 6 kidneys. Thank you, master. After hearing Xiao Chen's words, Yun Shi kissed Xiao Chen fiercely, and then hugged Xiao Chen tightly. Greedily sucking in the scent of Xiao Chen's body, his heart was beating hard. She could finally sleep with Xiao Chen, which she never dreamed of. As long as she pleases the young master more in the future, the young master will definitely like her more. The next morning, Xiao Chen slowly woke up from his sleep. When he opened his eyes, he found a small face leaning toward his face with a pouted mouth. You girl, you are really as big as a brat. Seeing Yun Shi closing her eyes and about to kiss him, Xiao Chen said angrily. Ah, master, are you awake? Hearing Xiao Chen's words, Yun Shi was startled, and her pretty face turned red instantly. Unexpectedly, he wanted to kiss Xiao Chen secretly, but was caught on the spot. It's really embarrassing. Okay, get up and wash up. The young master has something important to do today. Looking at the love-minded Yun Shi, Xiao Chen said something in a soft voice, got up, changed clothes and walked out of the room. After a short rest, it was a bloody storm. He didn't forget to send the Lin family off. It's so big. No wonder the young master said I'm still a little small. No wonder they screamed so miserably last night. Watching Xiao Chen walk out of the wing, Yun Shi muttered with shame as if she remembered something. Then she quickly got up and went to do what she should do. As soon as Xiao Chen walked out of the room, he saw several figures already standing in the courtyard. Ha 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 ha, Xiao Chen, you look good. You should have rested well last night. Before he could see who these people were, Xiao Mingyi appeared in front of him. You old boy, why are you standing so far forward, blocking Xiao Chen from coming out? Seeing Xiao Mingyi approaching him, Xiao Qishong was not willing to be outdone and immediately went up to pull him away. Looking at Xiao Zhan and Xiao Delong, the corners of their mouths couldn't help but twitch. Even though he is already several decades old, he still likes to be in the limelight. The two elders seemed to be in a good mood. Seeing this familiar face, Xiao Chen also looked depressed. Even his daughter gave him a warm bed without hesitation. These two people were really crazy about him. Ha ha ha, the sparrows were chirping last night, and there seems to be good news to come, so today, Why do you feel so cold? After hearing Xiao Chen's angry question, Xiao Mingyi laughed and was about to say something. But before he could finish his words, a sudden chill came down his back. The laughter of the two people stopped suddenly, and they quickly turned around and looked towards the center of the courtyard. They saw a woman in hot and sexy clothes, with an exquisite and charming face, staring at them faintly. Chapter 35. Hiss. Queen Medusa. Seeing Kyan's cold eyes, both of them were frightened and their expressions became a little restrained. With their qualifications and experience, naturally, it is not difficult to see that Kyan cares about Xiao Chen, and maybe she also wants to be her concubine. But the two of them did a little trick last night, and Xiao Chen got 2 more women. One by one, they all got in front of Queen Medusa. This woman must have wanted to kill them all on the spot. However, this chill was only fleeting. After seeing Xiao Chen looking at her, Kyan calmed down her breath the next moment. Although she felt a little uncomfortable, she would not embarrass these people. A little scare is enough, if it is unreasonable. I'm afraid it will make Xiao Chen feel disgusted. Good morning, master. After scaring Xiao Mingyi and Xiao Qishong, Kyan showed a faint smile to Xiao Chen. That kind of gentle and elegant gesture made Xiao Mingyi and others slightly startled. Sure enough, women are fickle creatures, and Queen Medusa is no exception. Only when dealing with people you care about will you reveal your gentle and quiet side. Morning. Feeling the change in Kyan, Xiao Chen also smiled lightly. Chenur, please be careful when heading to Tiandu City next. If you encounter any crisis, remember to focus on saving your life, and don't be too strong for the moment. Feeling that the atmosphere was a bit awkward, Xiao Zhan stood up and spoke out at this time. As he spoke, he reached out and patted the other party's shoulder, then handed a scroll into Xiao Chen's hand. This is the geographical map of Guangzhou. You can use it next. I'll be careful. Xiao Chen immediately took the scroll and nodded cautiously. He is not a reckless man. He would not be stupid enough to think that with Kyan protecting him, he could do whatever he wanted in the Guangzhou area. If he really encounters a life or death crisis, he will definitely let Kyan take him away first. After all, you only have one life, and living is what matters. Miss Kyan, Chanur is counting on you on this journey. Xiaozan nodded happily, then looked at Kai Yan, and spoke very sincerely. Judging from the look in the eyes of this Queen Medusa, she might be one of his daughters-in-law in the future. So Xiaozan's eyes. It was with a touch of encouragement and kindness, which suddenly made Kyan slightly stunned. I will. As if sensing the meaning of Xiaozan's eyes, Kyan immediately responded with some restraint. She didn't care about the other members of the Xiao family in this courtyard, but Xiaozan was young Master Xiao's father. Even as Queen Medusa, she cannot lose due respect. Next, after some pleasantries, Xiao Chen was ready to set off. But when he picked up the map and looked at it, Xiao Chen suddenly felt a headache. He can't fly yet, and he doesn't have any flying tools. It's a bit troublesome to go to Tiandu City. It would be great if there was a flying boat. As his mind was spinning, Xiao Chen couldn't help but mutter. Unfortunately, the most inferior flying boat can only be built with Earth-rank materials, and its cost is far higher than that of ordinary treasures. Even the Lin family in Tiandu City couldn't get a flying boat. It is even a rare treasure in Luyun City. Master, hold my hand, I will take you to fly. Just when Xiao Chen felt depressed, Kyan suddenly stood beside him and spoke softly. After saying that, he extended his left hand, making Xiao Chen slightly stunned. Actually, so proactive. Thank you, Miss Kyan. After a moment of silence, Xiao Chen smiled lightly and then extended his hand. It's cold and tender for a while, just like soft and fragrant jade. Xiao Chen couldn't help but feel a little strange. The moment they held hands, Kyan's body trembled slightly, and her expression became a little unnatural. Of course, she didn't reject this feeling, but she felt a little nervous and shy. Although this was not the first time she had skin-to-skin contact with Xiao Chen, the strange feeling still made her feel uneasy. Sir, if you don't mind, please call me Kyan from now on. Calling Miss Kyan seems awkward. After a moment of silence, Kyan said coldly. It not only shocked Xiao Chen, but also scared Xiaozan and others. Unexpectedly, this cold Queen Medusa would actually let people call her by her real name. Is this hinting at something? Hurry up. The next moment, before Xiao Chen could say anything, Kyan added something, and her cultivation started to move accordingly. The vast true energy enveloped Xiao Chen, and the two of them rose into the sky in an instant. With her cultivation level now restored to the third level of universal truth, even if she doesn't have to hold Xiao Chen, she can still take him flying. But after figuring everything out last night, in order to promote the relationship between the two, Kyan mustered up the courage and chose to hold Xiao Chen's hand. It seems that our Xiao family is about to produce a reckless hero. The aura of Queen Medusa is too strong. No one can shock her except Xiao Chen and the head of the family. It seems that I need to warn Mayor and Linger not to be jealous of her. Seeing Xiao Chen and Kyan leaving, Xiao Mingyi and Xiao Qishong not only sighed. Thinking of Queen Medusa's captivating look just now, the two of them couldn't help but shudder. Well, there is a picture. Here is a picture of the Queen's bunny girl outfit when she was a girl. Comma. Time flies by like a white horse, 2 days are fleeting. The Lin family in Tiandu City was already in panic, and Lin Yao had aged 10 years in the past 2 days. Master, the young master is back and is in the meeting hall now. When Lin Yao was thinking about how to stabilize the Lin family's various industries as quickly as possible, a deacon walked into the study excitedly. There is also good news. The young master is back with his master. What? After hearing the middle-aged man's words, Lin Yao stood up suddenly, with a look of excitement on his face. Lin Feng's master. However, the inner sect elder of Tai Sword sect has reached the 7th level of nirvana. Looking at the entire Guangzhou region, he can be considered a strong man. If this person helps the Lin family, he might be able to destroy the Xiao family in Luyun City. Even if you lose, depending on the opponent's position within Tai Sword sect can also use stronger players. By then, even if the Xiao family has the heavenly rank formation as their trump card, it will only be reduced to ashes in front of Tai Sword sect. Let's go. Come with me to meet Master Fenger. When the thought came to an end, Lin Yao walked quickly towards the meeting hall and almost fell over. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Chapter 36. Chamber. Lin Feng sat on the chair with a gloomy expression, and couldn't help clenching his fists tightly. He never expected that in just a few days, bad news would come to the Lin family. Not only his grandfather Lin Shang'an, but also 2 other supreme elders, and even more than a dozen Xuandan realm elders. They all died in Luyun City. Almost overnight, the Lin family existed in name only. And the root of all this is actually because of him. If he hadn't deliberately killed the young master of the Xiao family in Luyun City during the Tai Sword Sect test some time ago, his grandfather would not want to help him eliminate future troubles, and the Lin family would not suffer a devastating blow. He didn't expect that the consequences he planted impulsively would cost the Lin family such a heavy price. Fenger, you are finally back. Just when Lin Feng's expression turned ferocious, Lin Yao also came to the meeting hall at this time. Father. Lin Feng's heart trembled when he saw that Lin Yao had aged more than 10 years in just a few days. The hatred for the Xiao family in his heart soared to the extreme. Is this Fenger's master? Lin Yao had no intention of talking nonsense to Lin Feng. His eyes fell on the old man in blue beside him, and then he knelt down without any nonsense. Lin Yao, the head of the Lin family, hereby sincerely asks your majesty to uphold justice for our Lin family. The Xiao family of Luyun City relied on their possession of sky-high price treasures. Not only did they kill Lin Feng's grandfather over a disagreement, but they also killed all our elders who came to seek justice. After saying that, Lin Yao raised his head, his eyes flashed coldly, and then he took off a Na ring from his body. The Xiao family is so cruel and unkind and should be destroyed by righteous people. Lin Yao is willing to use 80% of the Lin family's wealth as reward, and I sincerely ask your majesty to seek justice for our Lin family this time. After saying that, Lin Yao bowed his hands and presented the ring. Master Lin doesn't have to be like this. Seeing the Naji in Lin Yao's hand, the old man in blue's eyes lit up slightly. Then he stood up and helped Lin Yao up, then put away the ring without leaving any trace. Lin Feng is my direct disciple. Now that the Lin family has encountered such changes, I cannot turn a blind eye. Since the Xiao family in Luyun City is so cruel and unkind, I will go and wipe it out of the world, as a way to comfort the elders of the Lin family. After saying that, a powerful cultivation aura immediately erupted in the meeting hall. This made Lin Yao so moved that his body trembled and a look of pleasure appeared on his face. As long as the powerful Tai Sword Sect takes action, the Xiao family can basically be declared destroyed. Haha, if you want to erase the Xiao family from this world, old guy, your tone is quite serious. Also at this time, as a voice echoed with a sneer, 2 figures appeared strangely outside the hall. Who? Hearing these sudden words, Lin Yao and others' expressions suddenly changed, and they looked outside the hall. I saw a man and a woman standing quietly in the inner courtyard of the Lin family. It was Xiao Chen and Qian. In fact, they arrived at Tiandu City half a day ago, but for the sake of caution, it took some time to find out about the Lin family. After learning that the Lin family has now sealed the door, it not only suspended all the properties under its name, but also recalled all the strong family members. Even Lin Feng, the young master of the Lin family, traveled thousands of miles back to the Lin family from Tai Sword Sect. Xiao Chen guesses. The Lin family probably wanted to use Lin Feng's connections to ask the powerful people of Tai Sword Sect to turn the tide. So after thinking for a while, he and Qian broke into Lin's house. Unexpectedly, they happened to hear the old guy's boastful words. It's you, Xiao Chen. After seeing Xiao Chen and Qian clearly, Lin Feng's pupils suddenly shrank violently and he shouted in disbelief. This guy was, a few days ago, he had obviously destroyed his Dantian and was seriously injured, but now he appeared here with a look of nothing, plus the Xiao family suddenly had the heavenly rank formation. Could it be that this guy got some incredible opportunity that gave the Xiao family the capital to counterattack the Lin family? It's actually you. And the old man in blue obviously recognized Xiao Chen. Not long ago, he was the one who presided over the competition between 2 people in the entry-level assessment of Tai Sword Sect. After Lin Feng severely injured Xiao Chen and crippled him, he withstood the pressure to protect Lin Feng, and finally accepted Lin Feng as his disciple. I didn't expect that I would bump into this kid when I came to Lin's house this time. We meet again. Seeing the horrified looks on their faces, Xiao Chen showed a stern smile. The grudges of the past few days should be settled. Boom. Almost as soon as these words were spoken, Kai Yan, whose face was covered with gauze, also burst into cultivation at this moment. The terrifying pressure collapsed like a mountain, making Lin Feng and others feel as if the sky suddenly collapsed. His face turned pale at this moment, and his pupils shrank into needle shapes on the spot. Tong. Universal Truth Realm Strong Man. Feeling this overwhelming and terrifying pressure, the old man in blue shouted in a sharp voice. A strong man of this level, in their Tai sword sect, would not exceed the number of 5 fingers. Every one of them can be said to be the foundation of the sect. And a strong man of this level can kill him easily. Sir, do you want to keep the whole body? Staring at Lin Feng and others faintly, Kaiyan asked in a cold voice. The young master's enemy is her enemy. Especially that young man, who dared to injure the young master some time ago, and even dared to destroy the young master's dantian. The young master must have suffered a lot for this. If she could, she would definitely crush this guy to ashes, otherwise she would be sorry for the suffering the young master has suffered. Well, let's keep the body intact. Xiao Chen nodded indifferently when he heard this, and replied without any fluctuation in his voice. Today, the Lin family must leave no chickens or dogs behind, and even dig 3 feet into the ground to scatter the ashes of their ancestors. As Xiao Chen finished speaking, Kaiyan also raised her right hand. The red flame, as strange as blood, also burned from her hand at this moment. Your Excellency, spare your life. I am the inner elder of Tai Sword Sect. I offended you a few days ago due to confusion. Now I am willing to apologize. I hope you can let me go. Seeing Kaiyan raising her hand to block this space, a terrifying life and death crisis exploded in her heart. The old man in blue looked horrified at this moment. As he spoke, he handed over the space ring that Lin Yao gave him, as well as another Na ring that he wore on his right hand. These 2 space rings. One contains 80% of the Lin family's resources, and the other contains all of my net worth. I am willing to hand over both Na rings to you. I hope that you will let me leave here for the sake of Tai Sword Sect. If your Excellency has any instructions in the future, I will also be willing to do my best for you. While speaking, the old man in blue bowed down to Xiao Chen, making both Lin Yao and Lin Feng dumbfounded. He had just accepted their benefits and threatened to completely wipe out the Xiao family. As a result, the real owner appeared. This old guy turned against him faster than flipping through a book, and even gave up his dignity to save his life. Haha, I'll kill you, these resources are still mine. Hearing the words of the old man in blue, Xiao Chen couldn't help but sneered, his voice a little mocking. But I can give you a chance. If you kill them and wipe out all the Lin family, I will not kill you. The cold words with a touch of cruelty echoed in the Lin family, causing the expressions of Lin Yao and others to change drastically. Chapter 37. Master, don't listen to him, he must be lying to you. Your Majesty, you cannot give up on our Lin family is. After Xiao Chen finished speaking, Lin Feng and Lin Yao couldn't help but scream in fear. Xiao Chen obviously wants them to kill each other. Even if Li Hai really kills them, he will still end up dead. I just want to live, I can't blame you anymore. Before Lin Feng and Lin Yao finished speaking, Li Hai suddenly raised his head and his expression became extremely ferocious. When the cold voice came out, his cultivation also exploded. Next moment, Li Hai looked like a ghost, his hands directly strangled the 2 people's necks. As Lin Yao and Lin Feng looked at each other in disbelief, Li Hai broke their necks in an explosion of true energy. The father and son, Lin Yao and Lin Feng, both died with their eyes open at this moment. Sir, I have already taken care of these 2 blind things for you. Next, I will slaughter the entire Lin family to completely eliminate future troubles for you. After killing Lin Yao and Lin Feng, Li Hai raised his hands in a low voice, his posture almost humble at this moment. After saying that, before Xiao Chen could say anything, Li Hai walked straight out of the hall. The muscles all over his body were tense, and his nerves were extremely tense. If he could stay away from the woman in front of him, he would have a chance to use the escape method divine ability. By then, even if this woman is a strong person in the universal truth realm, she will not be able to keep him completely. It's so clean and tidy. You old guy is really a character. As soon as Li Hai finished speaking and was about to walk out of the hall, Xiao Chen sneered. This indifferent and cold voice made Li Hai stiffen. An ominous premonition also broke out in my heart. Kill him. Sure enough, when Li Hai sensed something was wrong, Xiao Chen immediately gave Kaiyan instructions. Didn't you say you wouldn't kill me? Hearing Xiao Chen say these 3 words, Li Hai's hair trembled and exploded, and he yelled hysterically. His cultivation level exploded at this moment, and his figure immediately shot towards the sky. I only said, I won't kill you. I didn't say she won't kill you. Xiao Chen sneered when he heard this, and his words were a bit mocking. This kind of person who knows how to tolerate and is cold-blooded and decisive. If the other party is allowed to leave here alive, it will definitely become a big problem in the future. Originally, Xiao Chen wanted to use this guy's hands to cleanse the Lin family with blood, to prevent Kaiyan's hands from being stained with too much sin and blood. After that, he asked Kaiyan to kill the other person, but after seeing this guy's reaction, he didn't dare to let him live for a few more seconds. What's more, this guy was one of the culprits who caused the original body to be deposed, and he was also the one who severely injured Xiaozan with a palm a few days ago. Unless this man dies, the resentment in his heart cannot be completely dissipated. Boom. Almost as Xiao Chen's words echoed, Kaiyan's cultivation reached its peak. A strange red light suddenly filled the entire Lin family, and the spiritual energy of the world within 10 miles suddenly boiled. Fire pythons continuously rose into the sky from the ground below, and then roared towards Li Hai. This move, Kaiyan used almost all her current strength, leaving no room for Li Hai to resist. No, if you kill me, you will be punished by Tai Sword Sect. Seeing the fire pythons coming to kill, Li Hai let out a hysterical roar, and a protective shield was formed during the explosion of cultivation. Try to block this wave of offensive. But before he could finish his words, the fire pythons overwhelmed him. The roar was like thunder, shaking most of Tiandu City. The 1,000-acre manor where the Lin family was located continued to collapse under the impact, and instantly turned into a sea of fire. Such amazing movement. Immediately, many strong men in Tiandu City suddenly raised their heads and looked at the Lin family manor with horrified eyes. Master, they are all dead. And in the center of this sea of fire, Kaiyan carried out a charred corpse with a wave of her hand. This was obviously Li Hai, who was killed by her with one blow. Of course, not just Li Hai, but also the Lin family. With this move of divine ability, they were all wiped out. It's just that the cultivation level of these people is too low, and they can only be wiped out in ashes under such an attack. It is impossible to leave intact corpses. System, recover this body. Looking at the Lin family reduced to ruins in front of him, Xiao Chen gave instructions to the system in an indifferent voice. For his enemies, his heart can be as cold as an abyss and he will not have any mercy. After all, if you cut the weeds without eradicating the roots, they will grow again when the spring breeze blows. He didn't want to leave any hidden dangers that would kill him and his clan members in the future. Ding! The system has been recovered. Congratulations to the host for earning 6,800 points. With a flash of light, Li Hai's body disappeared, leaving only 2 space rings. Sir, there is too much noise here, we must leave first. The next moment, when Xiao Chen put away the 2 space rings, Kaiyan's voice sounded very solemn. Before Xiao Chen could say anything, Kaiyan grabbed Xiao Chen's hand. The burst of cultivation turned into a stream of light and quickly disappeared into the sea of fire. ... Barely half a day. The fact that the Lin family was destroyed by a strong man caused a sensation throughout Tiandu City. However, the city lord's palace only ordered the entire city to be on alert and did not send anyone to investigate and eliminate who was responsible. After all, the Lin family is only a second-rate family in Tiandu City and is not qualified to make a big splash in the city lord's mansion. What's more, to be able to destroy the entire Lin family in a moment, the person who takes action must be a strong man from the universal truth realm. This kind of strong man is almost invincible in Tiandu City. As long as the other party didn't want to massacre the city lord's mansion would not dare to pursue it. This is a world where the strong are respected. Comma, 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 comma. As expected of the elder of Tai Sword Sect, he is really extremely wealthy. In an inn in the south of Tiandu City, Xiao Chen's spiritual sense penetrated into Li Hai's Naji and saw the mountains of resources inside. I couldn't help but sigh. Not to mention the various resources used for cultivation, there are hundreds of thousands of spiritual crystals alone. The total net worth should be worth 1 million spiritual crystals. Next, Xiao Chen used his appraisal ability to recycle all the unused items and exchange them into points. As for some useful elixirs, you can use points to upgrade them to supreme grade. After some operations, the points originally exceeded the 100,000 mark, but were suddenly consumed to the bottom again. But in this operation, not only did he synthesize and upgrade a heavenly rank supreme grade soft armor, he also synthesized and upgraded several earth rank level elixirs. For example, the Zon Nidan, which is used to increase the Grotto Heaven realm and break through the Nirvana realm, and the Panling Pill, which is used by Nirvana realm experts to improve their cultivation. These are pills that are enough to make many powerful people go crazy. The next step is to use these resources and convert them into more points. Seeing that there were less than 1,000 points left, Xiao Chen sighed, stood up, and spoke to Kayan, who was also in the wing. Follow me to the Xian Chamber of Commerce. Xian Chamber of Commerce. It's Tiandu City. No, it's the largest chamber of commerce in the Great Qian dynasty. The headquarters has a celestial human realm strongman sitting there. Although Tianducheng is just a branch, the resources it contains are unimaginable. As long as you have enough spiritual crystals, you can almost have all the training resources below Saint Realm. What Xiao Chen wants to buy this time is a very precious heavenly rank elixir. It's called Fuling Zidan. Chapter 38. This is a very precious heavenly rank elixir that can restore the cultivation of strong people who have been injured and fallen. Certainly. Resurrection Purple Pill is also divided into rank 7 and rank 8. Each rank corresponds to a major realm. The higher the rank, the stronger the recovery effect will be. The Purple Pill of Resurrection that has reached rank 7 Supreme Grade can allow the Universal Truth Realm Master to recover all fallen cultivation levels. The Purple Pill of Resurrection that has reached rank 8 Supreme Grade can allow Celestial Human Realm Masters to recover all fallen cultivation levels. And in the System Mall. Although there are pills of this type, he cannot unlock the heavenly rank product area because of his insufficient cultivation. Even if he had enough points, he couldn't redeem them. What's more, the price of redeeming the corresponding items in the System Mall is usually several times the recycling price. If you want to redeem a rank 8 Supreme Grade Resurrection Purple Pill, you cannot redeem it without hundreds of thousands of points. Therefore, Xiao Chen could only settle for the next best thing and find a way to collect an elixir on his own. As long as he can find a Resurrection Purple Pill, even if it is the lowest rank 7 low grade, Kayan can be restored to his peak condition. After all, there is a systematic upgrade function, and with enough points, you can upgrade to the supreme grade level. Immediately afterwards, after Xiao Chen finished speaking, Kayan followed Xiao Chen out without asking any questions. Now she is 100% obedient to Xiao Chen. No matter what the other party is going to do, as long as it is not to destroy the snake people, she will follow him unconditionally. Comma, 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 comma. Half an hour later, Xiao Chen and Kayan walked around for a while before arriving at the entrance of Xian Chamber of Commerce. Along the way, the streets and alleys of Tiandu City were discussing the Lin family's destruction, and there were many rumors that it was the devil's fault. All kinds of rumors smearing the person who made the move made people in Tiandu City panic. Even Kayan, the always calm Medusa, almost killed several storytellers. Because some of those storytellers are trying to attract people's attention. She actually said that she was an ugly girl who failed to woo and was rejected by the young master of the Lin family, so she destroyed the Lin family in a rage. Fortunately, Xiao Chen caught Kai Yan in time and the storyteller saved his life. However, although these remarks were a bit outrageous, Xiao Chen was not very disgusted by them, and was actually a little happy in his heart. The more versions of these rumors exist, the more they confuse the truth. When it reaches Tai Sword Sect's ears, it will probably be delayed for some time. If the other party wants to know immediately whether it is related to the Xiao family in Luyun City, he must have to spend a lot of time investigating before he can make a judgment. During the turning of thoughts, Xiao Chen and Kaiyan had already arrived at the lobby of Xian Chamber of Commerce and directly stated the purpose of their trip without any nonsense. What? You want to buy heavenly rank elixir? Resurrection purple elixir. After hearing Xiao Chen say what he wanted to buy, the maid in charge was shocked on the spot. Heavenly rank elixir. This can be said to be an extremely rare treasure. Each one is priceless, and can easily cost hundreds of millions of spiritual crystals. Even the city lord of Tiandu City may not be able to afford it. The most important thing is that these kinds of things are almost all rare treasures in Tiandu City. Every time it appears, it will only be auctioned. There are very few heavenly rank items that can be sold individually. Could this guy in front of me be here to cause trouble? What's the problem? Seeing the maid's surprised reaction, Xiao Chen frowned and said helplessly. He suddenly had an ominous premonition, and it looked like he was about to be ridiculed. Ha ha ha, is this kid's head broken? He actually wants to buy heavenly rank items. As we all know, once there is a heavenly rank treasure in Tiandu City, it will be sold at auction. Where did this kid come from? He came to the public hall to buy heavenly rank. As expected, when Xiao Chen's thoughts fell, several people around him burst into laughter, and one of them even had a mocking look on his face. He sneered with an exaggerated expression. His eyes kept wandering back and forth on Kaiyan's body, as if he wanted to attract the other person's attention in this way. Although Kaiyan's face was covered with a veil, judging from the other person's figure and skin color, it is not difficult to tell that this is a supreme grade beauty. As the third young master of the Wan family in Tiandu City, he has never seen many women with a figure as supreme as Kaiyan. Queen Medusa looks so beautiful with her face covered. Presumptuous. Who gave you the courage to mock the young master? Before this person finished speaking, Kaiyan's eyes suddenly turned cold. As these two sentences fell, a terrifying coercion swept away instantly, and the young man in purple was swept away on the spot. Even everyone within a radius of 10 feet except Xiao Chen. Under the explosion of this coercion, everyone was pressed to the ground, and they could only raise their heads and look at Kaiyan with a horrified expression. A strong man in Nirvana realm. Feeling this terrifying pressure, the young man in purple was so frightened that he peed on the spot. He had only experienced this level of coercion from his grandfather and the commander of Tiandu City. Who would have thought that this woman with a stunning figure would have a cultivation level above the Nirvana realm? Oh, why bother? Looking at the people around him who were lying on the ground, Xiao Chen sighed helplessly. If he can still be ridiculed for buying something, does he have the aura of a protagonist? What happened? Just when Xiao Chen was sighing, a figure rushed out of the Chamber of Commerce. In just a moment, he arrived in the hall. This person is none other than the Deacon Elder of Xian Chamber of Commerce's branch in Tianducheng, named Cloud Mountain. With a powerful cultivation level in the 6th level of Nirvana, he is considered the top powerhouse in Tiandu City. After feeling the explosion of momentum, he thought a powerful enemy was coming. He was so frightened that he put away his gun during the battle, put on his clothes and rushed over immediately, his eyes immediately falling on Kaiyan. Hiss. Tong, the strong man of Universal Truth Realm. Feeling the vast and abyss-like aura on Kaiyan's body, a look made the hairs on his body tremble and stand up. Cloud Mountain couldn't help but scream in shock at this moment. Even the Lord of Tiandu City, who is in the Nirvana 9th level, cannot make him feel such a sense of life and death crisis. This is definitely a Universal Truth Realm powerhouse. Hiss. She is actually a strong person in the Universal Truth Realm. After hearing Cloud Mountain's words, everyone lying on the ground around them took a sharp breath at this moment. And the young man in purple turned pale. He fainted immediately after looking at him, fearing that Kaiyan would notice him and kill him with just one look. I don't know that Cloud Mountain has failed to welcome you, so please calm down. Feeling numbness in his scalp, Cloud Mountain immediately clenched his fists at Kaiyan. Although he has the Xian Chamber of Commerce behind him, he faces a strong man above the Universal Truth Realm. As a last resort, you still don't dare to anger the other person. How dare these people laugh at the young master? It's up to you to decide. After hearing Cloud Mountain's frightened words, Kaiyan's expression did not waver at all, but she glanced at the man in purple and the others indifferently. If she didn't want to cause more trouble to Xiao Chen, she would have raised her hand to kill these ants. Come here, Kick these short-sighted people out of the Chamber of Commerce and put them on the blacklist. After hearing this, Cloud Mountain got excited and asked people to blast those people out. These blind things almost caused him great trouble. Master, I wonder if you are satisfied with this punishment. After doing all this, Cloud Mountain also looked at Xiao Chen and asked in a flattering voice. To be called a master by a strong man from the universal truth realm, the young man in front of him definitely has a great background. Maybe they are the descendants of the top forces in the great Qian dynasty. I thought that the woman in red in front of me was the most terrifying person in the room, but I didn't expect that this young man in black was. Chapter 39. Let's talk somewhere else. Xiao Chen waved his hand after hearing this and did not pursue this nonsense. He's just a pushy, mean-mouthed young man, and there's no point in trying to kill him just because of a taunt. Thank you for your understanding, sir. Cloud Mountain breathed a sigh of relief when he heard this, and immediately led the way and led the two of them to the VIP room. Along the way, during some simple greetings, Xiao Chen also stated the purpose of the trip. Master Xiao wants to buy the purple pill of restoration. Even Cloud Mountain was shocked when he heard Xiao Chen's target for this trip. As expected of a young master who is accompanied by a strong man from the universal truth realm, this opening is such a precious heavenly rank elixir. It seems that the power behind Xiao Chen must be very powerful. What? Is there a problem? Seeing that even a strong person like Cloud Mountain was making a fuss after hearing this, Xiao Chen couldn't help feeling a little speechless. To be honest, sir, the kind of elixir you want to buy is not available in our small place. Even the Xian Chamber of Commerce headquarters may not have this kind of elixir. Cloud Mountain smiled helplessly upon hearing this. The purple pill of restoration is extremely special, and it is also a heavenly rank pill. Because it can restore the cultivation level that has been injured and fallen, and the refining of this elixir is also quite demanding. Therefore, no matter where it is, once the resurrection purple pill appears, it will be sold out immediately. And because of the special nature of this kind of thing, it is difficult for Xian Chamber of Commerce to obtain it. Generally, if a strong person obtains it, they will treat it as a treasure to prepare for emergencies. Unless the other party doesn't know the goods or is desperate, few strong people will sell the purple pill of restoration. This also led to, since the establishment of the Xian Chamber of Commerce for so many years, the total number of soul-restoring purple pills auctioned off does not exceed 10. Quote. After hearing Cloud Mountain's answer, Xiao Chen couldn't help but be speechless. It seems that they still overestimated the Xian Chamber of Commerce and underestimated the rarity of the resurrection purple pill. Unexpectedly, this kind of elixir is so rare in the Great Qian dynasty. Then are there any resurrection purple pill prescriptions for sale? After frowning, Xiao Chen asked unwillingly. If there is a prescription for the resurrection purple pill, it can be synthesized through system functions as long as the corresponding spirit medicine can be found. However, the elixir recipe is often more precious than the finished elixir. If he wants to get the recipe for the resurrection purple pill, he is afraid that he will have to pay a higher price. Master Xiao has a high opinion of our Xian Chamber of Commerce. Each of these heavenly rank elixir recipes is a rare treasure. Maybe there is a collection at the headquarters of the Alchemist Guild, but it would be more troublesome for the Xian Chamber of Commerce to get this kind of thing than to get a resurrection purple pill. Hearing this, Cloud Mountain smiled bitterly and shook his head. Immediately afterwards, when Xiao Chen's face turned ugly, Cloud Mountain seemed to remember something again. Suddenly he slapped his thigh fiercely and said with some excitement. By the way, there is a person who should have this kind of elixir, and this person is in Tiandu City. Hearing Cloud Mountain's words, Xiao Chen's eyes lit up and he immediately looked at him. Cloud Mountain didn't give in, and continued after a pause. This person is Murong Fu, the Lord of Tiandu City. About 13 years ago, Old City Master Murong suffered a heavy blow unexpectedly, and his cultivation level fell from the second level of Universal Truth to the first level of Grotto Heaven. In order to restore Murong Bo's cultivation, Murong Fu did not hesitate to spend all his money to buy a soul-restoring purple pill. It's a pity that before returning to the City Lord's palace, Murong Bo was assassinated again. Although I was lucky enough to save my life, my meridians and dantian were also destroyed, so this purple pill of restoration will no longer be of use. After talking about the origin of the resurrection purple pill in one breath, Cloud Mountain couldn't help but feel a little sad on his face. In those days, when Morongbo was still a strong man in the Universal Truth Realm, the status of the City Lord's mansion was at its peak. Even a powerful force like Tai Sword Sect would not dare to offend Tiandu City easily. They even intend to win over the other party and form an alliance with them to fight against other forces. However, Morongbo did not want to participate in the competition between other forces, so he kindly declined the invitation from the leader of Tai Sword Sect. Didn't expect it to be soon. He suffered heavy losses when entering the Great Wilderness Mountains, but luckily returned to the City Lord's palace and was assassinated again. The Lord of Tiandu City, who once had a powerful force for thousands of miles around, can now only be reduced to a useless man in a wheelchair. Hiss. This is a good thing. After hearing what Cloud Mountain said, Xiao Chen's eyes suddenly lit up and a look of ecstasy appeared on his face. As unfortunate as this story sounds, it's an opportunity for him to profit from it. Good thing. When Cloud Mountain heard this, he looked at Xiao Chen in confusion. He didn't know what the latter was gloating about. Is it possible Xiao Chen has a grudge against Tiandu City Lord's mansion? Ahem, is this soul-reviving purple pill still in his hand? Seeing Cloud Mountain's weird look, Xiao Chen coughed dryly and changed the subject. I'm here. Cloud Mountain frowned when he heard this. He had nothing to hide and continued in a low voice. It's just that 13 years have passed, and the soul resurrection purple pill in Morong Fu's hand has only reached rank 7 middle grade. No matter how it is sealed over the years, the potency of the medicine will be lost. The efficacy is at most equal to that of the low-grade rank 7 restoring purple pill, and it may not be as good as the low-grade rank 7 restoring purple pill. It doesn't matter. Xiao Chen waved his hand when he heard this and said indifferently. In fact, the level of this elixir is low enough, and the potency is also lost. In this way, his chances of getting it will undoubtedly be greatly improved. Ha ha ha. Since the young master is determined to get the purple pill of restoration, you might as well go to the City Lord's mansion and ask. Seeing Xiao Chen's indifferent look, Cloud Mountain couldn't say anything more, so he just gave a few friendly reminders. It's just that even if the power of the resurrection purple pill is lost, the City Lord's mansion will not hand it over easily. As far as I know, the City Lord's mansion once said that as long as someone can cure the old City Lord Morong, or solve his daughter's innate disease, not only can you get 1 million spiritual crystals in return, but you can also choose any 5 high-level treasures from the treasure house of the City Lord's mansion. Speaking of this, Cloud Mountain showed a sad look on his face again, and he still had a little sympathy for Morong Fu. Not only did his father become a cripple, which weakened the status of the City Lord's palace, but his beloved wife also died early. Even the only daughter thought that she had some kind of hidden disease and had become a strange being. Seriously, hemp ropes are broken at the smallest points, and bad luck always seeks out the poor. Thank you, Elder Cloud Mountain, for informing me. Xiao Chen smiled lightly and replied, then took out a bunch of things from the system space. Although you don't have the supply of fulling purple pill here, Xiao still wants to make a deal with your Chamber of Commerce. These are several different elixirs. How much are they worth? After saying that, Xiao Chen motioned to the other party to open the elixir bottle and check the quality of the elixir inside. Haha, since the young master has this intention, I will take a look. Cloud Mountain didn't make any excuses, then picked up an elixir bottle and poured out an elixir from it. Use the true essence to wrap it in your hand, and then start to identify it carefully. There are pill patterns. At the first sight of the elixir, Cloud Mountain's pupils suddenly shrank. As expected of a young master who is followed by strong men from the Universal Truth Realm, he even plans to sell supreme-grade elixirs. Immediately afterwards, Cloud Mountain did not dare to be careless at all, and then began to distinguish carefully. Hiss, this is actually the supreme-grade Zon Nidan. After identifying what kind of elixir it was, Cloud Mountain immediately took a deep breath. He raised his head and looked at Xiao Chen with a shocked expression. Mr. Xiao, are you sure you want to sell this elixir? You must know that Zon Nirvana can increase the success rate of Grotto Heaven Realm experts to break through to the Nirvana realm. Low-grade Zon Nidan can increase the success rate by 10%. For middle grade, it is 20%, For high grade, it is 40%, and for supreme grade, it reaches an astonishing 70%. As long as the person taking it is not particularly rubbish, taking supreme grade Zon Nirvana can basically break through to the Nirvana realm. Therefore, a supreme grade Zon Nirvana, in the hands of most forces, can create a Nirvana realm powerhouse. Unexpectedly, Xiao Chen had such a good thing, and instead of keeping it for future use, he planned to sell it. Do you have resources but no place to waste them? Or are you extremely confident in your own qualifications? Chapter 40. It's not a rare thing. Elder Yun doesn't have to be like this. Seeing the shocked look on Cloud Mountain's face, Xiao Chen took a sip of tea and said in a nonchalant voice. This kind of thing. It's a rare thing for ordinary people to ask for, but it's easy for him to get it. Isn't it a rare thing? After hearing Xiao Chen's words, Cloud Mountain almost choked to death. I even want to stand up and give Xiao Chen a big dick and ask him if he doesn't understand what supreme grade elixir is. That is because the medicinal power of the elixir can be perfectly integrated union, so that the elixir does not have any impurities and there will be no side effects after taking it. Only then can it be called supreme grade elixir. Even a highly skilled alchemy master cannot guarantee that he will be able to refine supreme grade elixir every time. Therefore, the higher the level of the elixir, the harder it is for supreme grade to appear. This is the rarity of supreme grade elixir. Take a deep breath. Suppressing the urge to complain, Cloud Mountain sealed the supreme grade Zon Ni pill back and picked up another pill bottle. Another supreme grade elixir. Seeing the green elixir suspended in his hand, with elixir lines all over it, Cloud Mountain's pupils couldn't help but dilate. And it's also a supreme grade elixir. After saying this tremblingly, Cloud Mountain's breathing became a little rapid, and his pupils couldn't help but emit green light. If it weren't for the fear of a universal truth realm powerhouse sitting next to him, he wouldn't be able to figure out how strong the power behind Xiao Chen is. Cloud Mountain wants to swallow this elixir directly. Supreme grade Pan Ling Dan, after being taken by Nirvana realm experts, it can improve 1 or 2 small realms. You must know that due to the limitations of his own talent, he has been stuck in the 6th level of Nirvana for many years. If he can take this supreme grade elixir, he can definitely break through to the 7th level of Nirvana, or even the even higher 8th level of Nirvana. Therefore, the supreme grade elixir in front of him was a fatal temptation for him. Ahem, Elder Cloud Mountain, could you please wipe the bomb on the side of your mouth? It feels like it's about to drip onto the elixir. Cloud Mountain was seen staring at the elixir in his hand with a burning look on his face. Xiao Chen couldn't stand it at this moment and coughed dryly and couldn't help but remind him. This elixir is not for sale yet. If it is dripped into Harazi, people will know how much they are separated from each other. Ahem, cough, cough, it's the old man who has lost his temper. Cloud Mountain blushed when he heard this and immediately restrained his posture. But his eyes were still fixed on the supreme grade elixir, like an old sister-in-law staring at Ah Wei. Xiao Chen's scalp felt numb. This guy. Is there some kind of fetish? Elder Cloud Mountain, there are other elixirs here, please identify them quickly. When he felt speechless, Xiao Chen could only remind him again. You can actually see the feeling of a crazy person by looking at a pill. This Cloud Mountain elder must be in need of love during this time. Okay. Being urged by Xiao Chen in this way, Cloud Mountain was a little embarrassed, but it was hard to say anything. His reaction was indeed a bit out of control. Immediately afterwards, in the eyes of Xiao Chen and Qian, Cloud Mountain is like a bad old man who has never seen the world. Every time he identifies a pill, he makes a killing pig sound. Hiss, this is the supreme grade spiritual essence pill. The supreme grade elixir that can directly improve the cultivation level of a strong person in the spiritual aperture realm. Damn it, this is the supreme grade Yuan Pei Dan, the supreme grade elixir that can directly improve the cultivation level of strong people in the revolving Dan realm. Damn it, this is the supreme grade elixir, the supreme grade elixir that can allow strong people in the revolving Dan realm to break through to the grotto heaven realm. Wo Ni Ma, this is the supreme grade blood elixir. The supreme grade elixir that can restore damaged chi and blood to Nirvana realm experts and repair injuries to meridians. Quote. After identifying all the elixir bottles, Cloud Mountain's body kept trembling, as if he was about to get sick. These pills are in front of me. Although he had seen them all before, most of them were in the low grade and occasionally in the high grade. And all of them are supreme grade. This is the first time I've seen them. Mr. Xiao, I dare to confirm again, these pills. Are you planning to sell them? Taking a deep breath to calm down, Cloud Mountain asked with a trembling voice. This should be the highest quality order among all the elixir transactions he has ever made. Well, that's just part of it. Xiao Chen nodded when he heard this, then threw out a bunch of pill bottles and continued in a nonchalant voice. I was afraid that it would be troublesome for you to identify them, so I only put one of each type. These are all the same elixirs. Of course, some have more elixirs and some have less elixirs, but the quality is all supreme grade. You can take stock. After saying that, Xiao Chen drank tea by himself, while Kyan just said nothing, sitting aside and fiddling with her nails. They're all supreme grade elixirs. Seeing this pile of pill bottles, there was a roar in Cloud Mountain's mind, and his pupils shrank to the extreme on the spot. I thought that those pills just now were all in Xiao Chen's inventory, but I didn't expect that the other party still had them. 5 supreme grade Zon Nirvana pills, 3 supreme grade Panling pills, 8 supreme grade Peiyuan pills, 6 supreme grade Tianling pills, 10 supreme grade Lingyuan pills, 3 supreme grade blood elixirs. Hiss, there are so many supreme grade elixirs, I can't breathe. Boom. After taking stock of all the elixirs, Cloud Mountain's face turned red and his body was trembling. The whole person seemed to be in an orgasm, his body trembled and he suddenly lay on the ground, his legs jumping even harder. This shocked Xiao Chen. Old guy, what kind of plane are you doing? Is this a blackmail or a ploy? Seeing Cloud Mountain's reaction, Xiao Chen felt like his head was spinning. Is it possible that the special skills of some old ladies and grandpas in previous lives have been passed down to this fantasy world? Quick, take a breath for me. I'm out of breath. Cloud Mountain clutched his chest, his face turning from flushed red to purple. The whole person was panting hard and shouted at the door of the wing. Seeing this scene, both Xiao Chen and Kyan were a little confused, wondering what this old guy was trying to smoke. The two of them were stunned for a long time. An exquisite-looking maid at the door ran in with a blushing face after hearing Cloud Mountain's call. Then in the shocked eyes of Xiao Chen and Kyan, he tugged at the front of his clothes, then hugged Cloud Mountain's head, as if to suffocate Cloud Mountain to death. WTF. WTF. Is this the legendary human chest? Bah, artificial respiration. Who would have thought that this old guy from Cloud Mountain would dare to do such a despicable act in front of them? This damn old guy actually dares to act like a hooligan in front of me. Kyan, who had been silent all the time, was bored in every possible way. After seeing this scene, I couldn't hold back at all. A cold light flashed in my eyes, and the aura on my body became a little fierce. The aloof Queen Medusa is so cool. However, after hearing Xiao Chen's dry cough, Kyan was embarrassed and could only snort and turn her head away. This damn old guy will teach the young master bad things later. If Xiao Chen suddenly twitched and fell like this in the future, would she also have to run up and let him take a sip? Thinking of this, Kyan couldn't help but glance at Xiao Chen, and suddenly found that Xiao Chen was also looking at her. His eyes inadvertently glanced at her proud features, which made her pretty face turn red all of a sudden. Sir, what are you looking at? Kyan was about to use the tone of a queen and shout domineeringly. You don't want your eyes anymore. Single quote. But when the words came to his mouth, it seemed that Xiao Chen couldn't be harsh, and in the end he could only say something awkward and coquettish. Cough, it's nothing. Xiao Chen immediately turned his head away in embarrassment when he took a sneak peek at Kyan and was caught by the opponent, and then his eyes fell on Cloud Mountain, who fell to the ground. You old guy, have you had enough? Do you really think we don't exist? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.